Now we just want to see that multiple time if statement. That means price is equal to 200. We just write down if price greater than is equal to 200, then they will print price is greater than 100. If it is price double is equal to 200, that means whether the price amount is equal to 200, then in that case they will print the price is 100. And if the price is less than 200, so in that case they will just write down the price is less than 100. If I run the program, then we can see that yeah, the price is 200, that is price is 200, is that means this condition is true, greater than is equal to 200. So they are giving the output price is greater than 100. In here it is also giving the output. And again you can see the price is double is equal to 100, that means yeah, the price is 200 is equal to 200, so that's why they are just write down the this condition as well. But this if condition, the 200, the price is 200 not less than 200, so they are, that is condition is wrong, so they are not coming inside this. But here you can see in earlier program, in the last program, we can see that if and elif condition, if the condition is true, they are giving the only one output, one print statement. But in if condition, if we are using the multiple if conditions, so if the condition is true, it may be in this program, this condition is true in 2 times, it might be 10 times if the condition is true. So in that case, they are taking the 10 times or the 1000 times print statement, and they are giving that many output after running the program. Then to get an input from users, so user input function, how it works. So we can see a is equal to input, please enter a number. So a is equal to input, then within first bracket, then we are using double inverted comma, then we just write down please enter a number, whatever the statement you want to write down, then colon, then gap. Then if I just run that program, then we can see it take times. Yeah, right now if I run the program, there's some problem, it comes here, please enter a number. We just give the number here 45, then let's see that whether they are taking the number or not. Yep, they are taking the number. And if I just give the output, because I just take the number 45 in above, so if I just write down a, that means I am just running the program, and running after running the program, they are giving the output of the a, that is the 45. But guys, just remember this one they are just taking it as a string value. How we can understand whether it is the integer or the string value? Here you can see they are using this 45 within single inverted comma. So to recheck or double check it whether it is integer or the string, then we are just using a type a. So in that case, if I run that program, we can see this is the string value. Suppose if we want to take this one as a integer value, how we can take that one, how I can write down that one? So in that case, we can just use the one integer, a is equal to int, then input, then enter a number. So if we are just declare that this whatever the input we just want to take, then if we declare int here, then all the input which I am just using here, those are the integer number. But here you can see take an integer input from the user ABC, then we just run the program a plus b divided by c, then we concatenate this with complex number and the concatenation with your name. We can just explain these things, this statement by running this program. We just want to declare here 3 input. How we can take the 3 input? Suppose I am taking the 10, then they are just asking for the enter b 20, then they enter c. You can see here I am just taking the value of the 30, then I just enter that one. Then again if I run that one, let's see 10, 20 and 30. I am just taking three values, then I just run that program. One that gives the 1.0. I have to run again, let's see 10, 20 and 30. Then we can see the program is running here. Then just remember one thing, guys. In here we can see in O1 variation we are using O plus 5 plus 6j. We are using the different kind of the value. So if I run that one, we can see that we have the 5 plus O, this O1 value is the 1, so 1 plus 5, that is the 6, and plus 6j, they are giving the output. This is the basically the mixing number, the complex number, and that's why they are not adding with the integer value. Then just write down what is the type of this output. So if I run that program by typing type O1, so they are giving the output, that is the basically the complex number. Complex number is basically the mixing of the integer plus integer and a mixing character. Now if if we want to add with complex number with one string value, how we can add it? This is basically called the concatenation. What is the concatenation? Concatenation is basically if the value is the same means if all the value is the integer, in that case they will just sum up. If the value is the different with the integer and the string value is there, so in that case what they will do, they are just adding it from the back side. If I run that program, then in that case we already know that O1, that value is the basically this one, 6 plus 6j, 6 plus 6j. With Vivek they are just adding it from the back side. Now there are multiple condition is there. A is equal to input enter a number. That means we are the program is asking from the user input. So after that they are just writing down with the if conditions. If a less than 35, that input is basically 30 less than 35 or not. If it is true, then in that case they are giving the output less than 35. And if the second condition is that if a is less than 50, if this condition is true, then the program will giving the output of the less than 50. Then elif a is less than 75, then in that case they will giving the output of less than 75. Else they will print greater than 75 or number is too big. And this print statement is the common statement that is not come under if or elif and else, because this indentation is totally different. So suppose I just run the program is asking for the enter a number. So in that case I just enter the number is 25. See, this 25 is less than 35. So that's why they are just giving the output is less than 35. Then they are going inside the if. This 25 is also less than 50. So that's why they are giving this output less than 50. Then within elif condition they will not go inside that, because in the if statement I already explained, in every if statement is true, if the 10 if statement is there, then all the print will be there. But in the case of the elif, if the if condition is true, then that program will not go inside this elif statement. So that's why they're giving this output. Then the last, the print statement is there, this was fine, so they are directly giving this output, this was fine. Now guys, all the conditions I already explained here, and we are just running or making the one very beautiful program, and this will be more interesting for you guys. Let's see. We just explain that program, that we are just taking the variable that is the salary, then we just write down is equal to int, that within first bracket input enter salary. That means we are taking the value from the user input, and we are just write down the condition if salary less than 1,000, then in that condition we just print the salary is good. Then within if, that is the basically called the nested if. The salary is less than 500, then we just print I will buy nano car. Then again we use the nested if the salary is less than 400, then print salary is the medium. Otherwise, that means else statement, we just write down print salary is not so good. Now in this elif condition, that comes under this if condition. If the salary is less than 999, then in that case I will buy Maruti else print I will buy BMW. And this elif, if you see the indentation, that condition comes here, the salary is less than 50,000. In that case they will print out the salary is fine, else print salary is low. And again the common output will be there, print statement just for fun. So if I just run the program is asking for the user input. Suppose I am just taking the user input is 800, it's my salary. Then in that case we can see the salary is good, because this if condition they're checking the first, my salary is the 800, so 800 is less than 1000, so in that case they are print out the salary is good. After that I will buy a Maruti. Then if this condition is true, then this internal if condition, the nested if condition, they will not check. So after that they will check that this elif condition, in elif condition that comes under this if condition, the next if condition, if the salary is less than 500, so it is not true. So that's why directly they are just going outside, they are not going inside that if condition, so they are going outside and they are checking this same indentation elif condition, and then they are checking that yeah, this condition is true, the 800 is lesser than 999, so they are just print out that I will buy the Maruti. And after that they are not checking the elif condition, and they are not checking the outside of the elif condition, this one also, because the first condition is already true, this if first condition is already true. So this elif, if you see this indentation that comes under this, so they are not checking this one. So after that, and they are just, and else part also they are not checking, they are just giving the common output, that is the print just for fun. This is the common output that comes not even any if condition, so that's why they are giving this and just for fun. That's it for this video guys. So please stay tuned with the Python Explorer. I believe that this program and this if-else statement will help you to enrich your language depth. And thank you, wish you all the best.